Go bacon. Go bacon.
Is that how we're opening?
Oh, welcome everyone to episode 3 of the Keep Moving podcast with 2 Scoops.
I'm Old Money.
And we got 2 special guests with us today.
I'm Eric.
Oh, and I'm Malik.
Yeah, we're going to come up with some...
I was gonna say, I feel weird because like we don't have nicknames.
You'll
And,
get the
like,
nickname.
I have a
at the
nickname.
end.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I have a nickname.
We'll get there.
My name's E.
And see, it's easy. Like
My name's E.
and it's two
That's my
two
nickname.
Scoops and Patrick Swayze. Like I don't.
You gotta just
And
go
your
Namdi.
and your casual dad too. So it's
Yes.
like,
I'm many things.
And he's old money.
You just gotta go Namdi, dog.
Nah, man.
No?
Nah, it's not.
Well,
nicknames.
we'll
That's
come
my
up with
middle-
that
my
at the
middle name.
end.
Okay.
We'll help you out
We'll
later.
hook you up. So,
We'll do a poll, Twitter poll.
Twitter poll.
Use that hashtag.
Yeah, so basically we're going to go through our top 5 of the week. First things first, number 1 is Chipotle. I got to give him a shout out because before this, I had some Chipotle and I had the burrito bowl. White rice, no beans. Chicken. I had chicken in there because I used to get the steak, but then I kind of switched over a couple months ago. With the best choice of my life. And then, what else I put on there? Some like corn stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah,
I know what he's
corn.
talking about. It's
Like
not
the
like
corn
it's not
stuff?
it's not just like corn. It's
It's
like
not just corn. It's
Corn
like
salsa is what.
there it is.
corn
That's-
salsa.
So
Yes.
salsa, like pico.
But it's not.
But
it's
yeah, I
corn
got the
salsa.
pico salsa too.
Okay.
And then I put in some cheese and lettuce.
That's solid.
Riveting.
I had
Riveting.
I had Chipotle for the first time like about a month and a half ago.
The first time ever?
Ever in my life.
Wow.
I had
What?
mine like 3 months ago.
How?
I live like, you know what's crazy? I had
My
mine.
hometown, like, there's no Chipotle like nearby, so I just never had it, and and obviously on campus there's not one. So
That's true.
it was like all right. It was people was making it seem like it was like my life was gonna be changed. Like I was gonna.
It
like,
was though, wasn't it?
Like it was gonna be like so good. Like I don't know.
The door's right there, so like.
I had Chipotle for the first time.
I
like,
thought it
a
was
few
gonna be
months
so
ago.
good I died.
You
like-
thought you were gonna die and you were still willing to eat it?
No, I thought it was
Ooh.
so good that like
You
I
died.
can't live past this. Like it's not gonna get better than this.
Anyway, number 2 on our top 5 list, vests in fall fashion. Malik, you want to explain what that's about?
Yeah, I recently got a vest. I got a vest like recently, and it's just become. It's become. You alright? It's become like really. It's really comfortable. It's like right here. It's that fall season. It's like it's really clutch. So I recommend you guys get a vest.
So you
We'll
add-
post a link in the description of various
Yeah,
vests that you can
Macy's.
purchase.
I got it from TJ Maxx. It was like they're very cheap.
We might even start a website
Yeah, 'cause
and
there's
just
no
sell
arms.
vests for you guys.
Vest friends.
Yeah, let's
Best
be
friends from-
let's be best
Ooh.
friends, guys.
Ooh,
VFFs?
Best friends.
Ooh.
No, cause it's like it's that point of the year where it's like it's not ridiculously cold yet, but it's not warm either. So it's like you
It's
know.
called fall.
Yeah, so you just add that to
Well,
your fall
fall-
It's
fashion.
one of
It's
those
like-
it's a
I don't
transitional
know.
season.
Yes.
It's like no, it's like
Transition.
autumn.
Good-
It's autumn
Good
right
lead
now.
into our main topic.
I consider
Fall.
I consider autumn. Autumn is like the warmer part of fall. Like fall is when it's cold.
You just like just because you consider it, it doesn't mean like autumn and fall are the same thing. You can't.
I know,
Just assign a
I
definition.
know, but
Oh.
it sounds
Yeah.
autumn sounds warmer than fall is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like when I think of autumn, I still think it's like sun and like happy. Like fall, I think daylight savings.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
Moving
Valid.
on.
Oh yeah, interior design. That's number 3 on our top 5.
interior
I'm
design.
gonna put microscope and thing after him.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is interior design? Like yeah, I rearranged my room this week, which is like, it sounds crazy. Like I'm a person, I really like to move my room around a lot, and you gotta get like the prime position where like like where your TV is at. I'm an RA in like so I'm still in the dorms, so I don't have that apartment life yet, so I have to like actually move stuff around, and carpenter kind of it challenges me from time to time.
Yeah,
so.
shake things up.
I can't all the way because like in my room there's like 2 outlets and there's one on each side of the room. It's like and that's all the plugs there are. There's none. The rest of them are that's it.
Mm.
So I only had like 2 choices to put stuff. So it's a challenge, but I think I finally
Tough
got
time.
it the way it is.
Hey man, maybe you have a feature in this.
Interior design.
Interior design.
I don't know. I got like a few
HGTV.
months left before I'm out of here. So
It's a new career path for you.
Look.
Yeah, just design RA's door rooms for a
And
living.
vests too, yeah.
That's just a great advice. Period.
That was bars.
Transitional topic.
that was bars.
One of my top 5 things didn't make the list, but it was
So you're just gonna
So
put
was
it
it
there.
really-
So you're just gonna put it
Yeah,
there.
his
I was-
thing is sitting on the bench right now at number 6.
it's definitely
Six man.
coming off the bench. We got Chris Copeland,
It's funny because Chris Copeland also comes off
the bench. Yeah, so so
fitting.
So this weekend, I went to the Bucks Fan Fest, and we were sitting in the front row, like right behind the players' benches. And at one point, I was taking pictures with my camera, school's camera, sorry. And Chris Copeland looks at me and mean mugs the hell out of me for no reason. And I tweeted it to him, and he quote tweeted and said "Thug Life, LOL, JK." So that's a top 5 moment for me, to get a good picture of Chris Copeland being really mean, and also I guess Marcus Landry looking real dumb.
Where can you find? They can find this picture too.
Oh, they can find this picture on Twitter at my name's E. So yeah, that's my top 5 of the week.
Sweet. Oh, and a parents' weekend.
Oh yeah. So number 4, I guess number 5 on our top 5.
The top 6.
Yeah, I guess it's the top
Yeah,
6 now. I
we
guess.
can't- we can't leave off dumplings.
Yeah.
Shout out to
So-
Drake. Shout out to Drake.
Just in general.
6, top 6.
Oh.
That was the view from there. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, what were we saying?
Are we adults here?
We're
maybe
transitioning.
we're transitioning.
We're working towards that.
We'll get
So number 5 on our top 6 is Parents' Weekend. My parental units were in town this weekend. Had a great time. We went to Caffrey's 2 nights in a row. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Many alcohols were consumed.
Mini.
All of age. I'm 21. But yeah, it was a good time. Got to see my parents. Got to turn up with my parents. So
Is that like your first like turn up or like drinking experience?
I
with
mean,
your
like
parents?
I've drank with my parents before, but like I was
Like going
significantly
to a bar.
drinking. And also, yeah, I've never been to a bar with my
Okay.
parents, so that was a first.
That's cool.
But that's definitely a top 5. Good time with my parents.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, and in things on this top 5 list, I work at this noodle place called Tangled Noodles and More. So they got a lot of things in this menu. Personal favorite thing on this menu, other than the Hot John, which is my personal bowl order that you guys can order. It's spicy. So if you like spicy things, yeah. I always tell people, I always ask people, hey, you like spicy, you like sweet, and if they go, I like spicy, I'm like, hey, you should get the Hot John.
Is there a sweet John too, or is this?
No, there's no sweet John.
I don't know if I'd order Sweet John.
I mean, if you want, I can make the Hot John sweet, but I'll just keep it spicy. Anyways, I work on one of the days I work is on Saturdays. No one comes in on Saturday, so I just basically stand there and eat dumplings all day. And they are so good. Like I get the fried chicken dumplings with a side of honey miso sauce. And so shout out to Sierra in the back, cooking them for me, frying them up. And they're just delicious. And I post them on my Snapchat. I'm using that a lot more. I'm a little more adult now. So everyone knows when I'm eating my dumplings. I post it for the world to see.
He enjoys it so much too. Like
they're delicious. If you don't, if you just gotta follow me on Snapchat to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's our top 5.
You started with food and ended with food.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
good.
wow,
It's beautiful.
That's even. It's even.
Coming full circle, guys.
Sweet. So we're gonna move on to our weekly playlist. This is where I let the people know a couple of songs we're listening to.
I think one unanimous one amongst us four was just the Erykah Badu Hotline Bling.
Yeah,
absolutely,
That's probably
absolutely.
like
yeah, that's
the
on
one.
all of ours. Yeah.
Who'd like to go first?
Well, I mean, that was the first one right there.
Who would
Okay.
like to read off their playlist first?
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you might as well go first. I gotta get mine up.
So, number 1, I had So Slow by Anderson .Paak, featuring King Chip off of the Anderson .Paak EP by the producer duo Blended Babies. It just came out this past week. It's pretty awesome. You guys should check it out. And then number 2, I had The Usual by Tori Moy. That's off the Samantha mixtape, which we actually talked about in one of our previous episodes. Again, pretty awesome. Erykah Badu's remix, which was the Unanimous Decision by the group. Another new one was The Lavishment of Light Looking by Woke, which is actually a collaboration between Flying Lotus, Shabazz Palaces and Thundercat off the Adult Swim singles. And it's pretty great. A lot of people are talking about them maybe doing a full-length album, which I think would be pretty awesome because I love Flying Lotus a lot. I've been getting into Thundercat too, so I would love to see a full-length album off of that. And then the last one on my playlist was In the Bag by Mac Miller off of his latest album, Good AM. It's a great song, so you guys should all look it up. We'll have our playlists in the description. So
Yeah, that's a good album too. And as you know, I usually make playlists before I go out to somewhere and drive. So this is off my driving number 8 playlist.
I feel like you should probably get
Come
a
up
little
with a
more
better
specific.
title.
Get a little more specific.
Destination.
Like if you ever want to go, at least put a date to it, so you know, like, oh, I went to the store that day.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really go that many places. It's just like number 8.
Wait, so you've gone at least 8 places?
Yeah,
that's a great point.
No, but see, like, that's before I started naming them driving. There's a whole bunch. Like, I got a bunch of driving ones, but then I have like Driving Now 2, For the Road. Oh, so you know,
These are like rapping mixtapes.
So you know, anyways, so this is about driving number 8. I got Impossible, Travis Scott. That's a great album, great song. Digital Dash, Drake and Future, classic. Jumpman, that's also another classic, Drake and Future. Drum Machine, off that Big Rams EP, a Big Boy and Pentagram.
I got check that out.
That was a nice little collab right there. Vice City, you know, J-Rock, featuring Black AB, you feel me? This is bars.
Just
There's a lot of bars
just
in there.
ungodly bars, just for no
I just
reason.
love that song. And then, you know, naturally, Erykah Badu's Hotline Bling remix. Who's already said that, so.
No, you went from like really aggressive to smooth.
Hey, that's how it is.
I like it.
That's how it is. I mean, that's what a playlist is supposed to be. It's supposed to have, you know,
Little bit of
changes in emotion, changes in flow.
True.
Feel me?
Ebb and flow.
Yeah.
I like that phrase for some reason.
Okay.
Thank you.
My top 5 for this week was started off with On Me. That's The Game featuring Kendrick Lamar, and I think Dej Loaf might be on this song. It's off the Documentary 2, an album which actually officially I illegally downloaded the album. Yeah, no, illegally. Next.
Shout out the Game though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out the Game. I would buy it.
Buy the album.
I was
buy
scared of
it.
the Game. Like,
He's 6'5" and he seems to like fights. You should be scared of him.
Yeah,
he seems to
yeah.
like enjoy fights.
he's definitely on the starting 5 of the I am about that life team. Like,
Oh yeah. He's oh my god.
starting power forward.
He might be like player coach, right?
Yeah.
Like about
Right?
the whole
Wow.
about that life squad. He's like, yeah, player coach.
That absolutely makes
He's
sense.
like first ballot Hall of Fame.
He's like I'm like honestly surprised he's still able to release music. I'm surprised he's not in jail.
Legally. Alright.
Next on my playlist is wasn't a huge fan when it came out. Heard it one day at a party and started feeling it. So whenever I listen, oh my god, you know when you're feeling it at the party, and you're like I should listen to this song. Yeah,
I thought it was called.
because the chorus is if you ever seen what he looks like.
I've seen what he looks like.
Did you see with the braids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you, but I just didn't.
And next up, Childish Gambino's cover of a Tamia song "So Into You."
I think that's also
That's
another.
yeah.
That's another unanimous
Is that
one.
the unanimous?
We all
Man,
agree.
It's so good. And then if you watch the video, you're like, how is he hitting these notes? Anyway, that's a whole nother.
Shout out to I think her name is
Tamia.
Shirley, the keyboardist.
Oh yeah,
That
she
that's
got
on
down.
It's on that video. She's actually really great.
Hey, no, shout out to the drum guy who was only useful for about 6 seconds and had to
Oh,
stand
yeah.
there
He
the
waited
whole
like
time.
45 to 50 seconds before it's like it'd be like that.
Shout out to Mac Miller and The Weeknd for this next song. Oh, I'm sorry, Mac Miller and Miguel for the song Weekend. It's a really smooth song, with actually kind of depressing undertones, but just a really smooth, chill vibe to it. And of course, like John said, my number 5 is Vice City, featuring Black Hippie, because you know they just barred out on that album. They oof. Just go. I'm gonna talk about Vice City all day.
Yeah, so I mean, I have the 2 unanimous ones, Erykah Badu and Gambino, so I'd pick a couple other ones. Isaiah Rashad released a song called Nelly recently, which I thought is like real smooth. He got a project coming out soon, which I'm really.
Wait, he does?
Yeah.
I don't know where you heard that from.
Yeah, where did
Isaiah
you hear that?
Rashad?
No, I did hear that
He
too.
does have a project.
I seen it on Twitter.
He said he turned in his project. He didn't say it's coming out soon. Because Q said his album has been
Well,
done
I
since
just
like March.
assume it's coming to this turn in.
It'll
Like-
come out in probably mid 2016.
I'm so excited.
That's not soon.
It's not.
Hey, I'm just waiting for a R&B Childish Gambino album.
Yeah.
We were
Kawhi?
talking about this.
No.
Well, like a
No,
full
I'm just
album,
kidding.
though.
Like one where he's actually like
Just out there. He's
trying.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, what you mean?
No songs with.
no, he
Jaden.
just made that. Like it
No
wasn't
Jaden
like
It was
Smith
really
songs.
good. It was really good.
Just
It was
'cause
so polished.
I just don't think he's really like trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On this-
But
No,
that's
this
also
next
just showing
album-
he kind of doesn't have to.
No, this
but
next
if he
album is just
did
gonna be called
try.
Donald
Yeah.
Glover. This next album is just gonna be Donald Glover. He's just
I don't
gonna
think
be
he's
R&B.
coming out with another album, honestly.
Like ever again.
Honestly, I would be surprised if he legitimately stepped away from music.
Coming to this-
I don't want him to, but I would get it. Doesn't that seem like a Donald Glover move to just never make music again? To just stop?
But it doesn't seem like that's where he's going, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it just happened one day, but I don't expect it from
No.
what's
Well, I see him
currently going
taking
on.
like the Andre 3000 route, just like do random features
Yeah.
and
He
then
really
acting.
does. He really does a
And
lot of.
acting.
He does features sometimes with people who don't deserve features.
Like who's Unc? Who in the Walk Out?
Riff
Dude?
Raff?
Walk
Like-
Out,
Oh, you
Walk
talking
Out,
about
Dude?
when he gave Riff Raff that feature? I was like, wow, are you serious?
That's
Not
like
Andre
the
3000.
that and the song with Mac Miller off of Riff Raff's album were the only two that I.
Oh, you talking about
Actually
Gambino?
have.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
Riff Raff feature now.
Was it Lava Glacier or something like that?
Lava Glaciers, and then there was one with Mac Miller, and those are the only two that I have, and I kind of regret even that.
Yeah, it's just like a waste of time. It's just
He was
disrespectful.
on.
to
He
hip-hop
also don't
culture.
like Trinidad James either. He was definitely on a Trinidad James song.
I
Oh,
really
he
don't-
was.
I don't
What
know.
was that
I forgot
called?
the
What was
name
that called?
Like-
There's like a bunch of people
like-
on that song too.
Wasn't
He
it
likes
wasn't it like
Trinidad
Zone,
James,
wasn't it like Zone 6 something like that, or like
He really likes
some
Trinidad James.
I
I
don't
have it
I
on
don't
my
know
SoundCloud.
really I don't know about really like Trinidad James.
I think so. I mean, I'm sure he like because they
He's
be like
cool.
at the club all the time and stuff
Yeah.
too.
So Isaiah Rashad and Nelly. I got Drake Right Hand on here. I feel that like that song is kind of like lost in because like that's the same day that Charged Up, which is obviously the Meek Mill response, the initial one before like the real one came.
And Hotline Bling.
And Hotline Bling. So it was like caught in between. So people like care about those two.
I
So
forgot
like
what that
so
song
like
was
so
like.
so Right Hand is like it's real smooth. You know what I mean? He says trash. No, I think it's pretty underrated.
I mean,
but,
trash on like Drake standards is still like a decent
it's
song.
still pretty solid. So like
That's a pretty good point.
I think it's kind of underrated. Like when I hear it, sometimes I'm like, yeah. So I got Right Hand. I got Phony People. That's like people like PPL, and the song's called Why I Love the Moon. And like I think it's like 3 eyes. It's like really it's like a really laid back vibe. I forgot how I heard it. I was just randomly
Wait,
going
who
through
is
like,
this?
called by Phony People.
I feel like I've heard of them.
Yeah, PHONY and then people like PPL, and it's like Why I Love the Moon. It's just real laid back. I think I heard a mashup. I think it was a mashup between them and Gambino.
Ooh.
Actually, it was between. It was like there's like the song Why I Love the Moon and then Sober. They mashed it up,
Oh, okay.
which is like it fit really well. So yeah, definitely check that out. I got. Was it? How do you say? Is it Lido? You know who that producer is?
I know
Yeah,
it's-
Lido?
Is it
Lido?
Lido?
I
I think it's
think
I
it's
say
Lido.
Lido.
I got Lido, and the song's called "I Love You Part 2." It's like it's a part of an EP. It's like instrumental. I just think the beat go hard to me. Like it's just it's really different, and I really like going to different different routes. Like this is my music, so there's that. And then I think for my last one, I'm gonna go with Janae Aiko. She dropped like I think she's part of some like Disney collaborative album, and she like covered like some Disney songs. And like when I heard it, I think it was so it was like some songs from like Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, yo, this is like actually like really. I listen like this.
But
this
they
is
were
like,
good though.
Yeah, it was like really peaceful.
That's,
Oh, man.
that
I like-
sounds
I like
that
Peaceful.
sounds like her.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
like
like her.
Peaceful.
So like
I love her.
so
Me
there's
too.
so there's that.
Like,
She is
I'm
back to the
going
community.
to marry her.
stop it. We're not doing that.
Janae definitely
What'd you
Janae
She gives
definitely
back.
gives back to the community
That is very true.
Name for it.
She looks out. She has a charitable heart.
for the youth.
Yeah.
That's what our show's about, actually.
Really?
Was
Doing
that,
stuff for the youth.
Was that 5? That was
Yeah.
5. So yeah, Phony People. Why I Love the Moon. Isaiah Rashad, Nelly, Drake, Right Hand, Janae, In a World of My Own, and then Lido, I Love You Part 2. So like that's my little playlist right
Sweet.
there. So
Wow. So yeah,
I
that's
think
a
I
lot
had like the most mellow of all of you
Yeah,
guys.
you have
yeah.
a nice like you have a nice little Sunday chill
Yeah.
afternoon
very
thing going
peaceful.
on.
We getting like turned sometimes, like in the middle of like a chill playlist.
Yeah.
You started off with Game, so that kind of like that set the tone for like the
Man,
rest of
and it's like Game, and he got like an aggressive Kendrick verse too. So it's like, cause you know how Kendrick get when he get like aggressive.
And then Dej Love was probably like the most aggressive, non-aggressive.
No, she was smooth on that.
That's what I'm saying. But of the
Oh,
she's
okay.
like
Of
the
the-
most aggressive. Like she seems like she's like.
She can hold her own, but she's smooth.
If you need to put a smooth person on an aggressive track, you get Dej Love. Or you get like, well, Nate Dogg's dead, but like, you would have got him.
Why the fuck would you? God, man, why would you bring up R.I.P. Nate Dogg? That kind of hurt my soul a little bit.
Rest
You
in
act like I
peace.
said like.
I don't matter.
I'm happy. You act like I'm happy.
No, it's just like I
Too
just
soon?
don't like thinking about
Whoa.
it. It's not too soon. He
Too
died.
soon?
Nate
He
Dogg
died
died
like 3
like
years ago.
it was a long time ago.
He died
I just
like.
gotta clear things up.
Oh no, it's not too soon. It just I was like when you think about it, you're like, oh man, Nate Dogg's dead.
All right, so we got our playlist out the way. Some good music, but we're gonna transition to our main topic of the week, which is basically
Maturity and
Yeah.
adulthood, right?
just growing
Yeah.
up, like the transition from like childish things to grown up things.
I think it kind of stemmed from like my top 5 because I like all of my top 5 related things are like really halfway responsible. Like I'm caring about like dressing for the fall. I'm rearranging my room. Like I
Yeah.
filled out my planner last weekend. Like,
Hey,
like
Me
I'm
too.
and I actually like
So proud of
and
you.
I actually like
organized.
I
actually
don't
like
own a planner,
really?
so
I- the funny thing is like I filled it out.
that's
and
where
I
I'm
actually,
struggling.
I filled it out and I actually like looked at it and like I followed it.
I
which
was
is,
gonna
like-
say so. I filled it out and then I left it at home. I was like, damn
Like
it.
the fan fest E was talking about earlier. Like I also went to that, and I definitely like told him like, look, I'm gonna go to Walgreens. Like I went to Walgreens. I like got stuff in the room, and then like I went to the library for hours, and then I like told him,
What were you doing in the library?
I was actually like doing stuff.
That's responsible.
Like I was actually like doing stuff. It was just crazy. I'm thinking like
You like actually doing stuff like
Like,
this
not
is a
like-
big change of heart.
Not like reading a
Yeah.
chapter and going on Facebook for 2.5 hours.
yeah, not like going to the library just to
And they're
just be at the computer.
Bro, I don't do that though.
You
I
don't
do
go to the
Facebook.
library?
I do Facebook, then Twitter, then homework.
Oh, I thought you were. I didn't think that was going.
That's the key. You gotta go through all your feeds first.
Yeah,
And then that way, like, you're not, if you try to open again, you're like, oh, I've seen all these pictures on
Exactly.
Instagram. I've already liked what I wanted to like. You
Yeah.
know?
that's why I like to try. I like to keep my Instagram following at a somewhat low because then there won't be a lot of new stuff coming up every 5 seconds.
I might have to trim down.
Yeah.
I can open my Instagram probably like 20 minutes apart and see like 15 to 30 different pictures.
Same, yeah.
What do you like?
I follow a lot of
What do you,
artists.
okay, it's mainly artists for you. Like, what is it? Who is it mainly? People
Like
you know or
sports.
like sports?
Just like sports
Okay.
stuff and then people I know.
What about,
It's mainly artists for me, and then like people I know.
mine's a combination between like sports and people I know and like some halfway like fitness / model chicks.
Yeah, I
Shout
follow.
out to Brittany. Whew. Brittany Renner? No? Oh wait, is that the right
I
one?
know, yeah, that's her.
No, I'm just saying.
That's her.
Who's that? Who's that?
Who is this?
Fitness chick? You never seen Brittany Renner? I'll show
Bundle
Visuals?
with Britney.
Oh, She
Bundle
get
with
Brittany
I follow
Renner.
her.
Bundle with
Yeah,
Britney.
I
shout out to
follow her.
Tinashe, man. Like she's on tour right now. She's just like still dropping
Shout out to all the pair.
these these IG bombs. Oh my!
You can. She's fit thick. Like she just all she does is work out and promote stuff.
You can see. You can tell we're still growing up here. You can still, we're like over here
Just
looking
like
at these
talking.
big
Excuse me,
pics.
what's her username?
A bundle of Brittany. Everybody follow Bundle of Brittany. Like what in the what?
Bro, okay, so all right, we're trying to transition to adulthood, right? So what is the grown up? What is the mature level of amount
For
of
Instagram?
like IG models to follow?
Oh, we talked
Under
a little
5.
bit about this.
I say under 5.
Yeah.
Cause it just gets to be like, oh, it just takes over your feed at that point. I follow like 3, and I'm kind of considering which one to unfollow.
Yeah, I got like maybe 2. I'll probably like switch back and forth from like 3 and 2, because I like to refresh.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see new faces.
You
So
know,
what you
I
just
feel
like?
Sometimes you just get dropped off.
He's like calling us up, like you just,
Yeah, like
You call
no,
out one
like,
of the chicks she shouted out.
No, I mean like Nikki Heaton, like it's like
Never follow her. Why?
I follow her, but then I end up unfollowing her like after like a week.
Have you guys ever listened to her music?
She's trash.
Yeah, she's not.
He said that
good.
with no pause.
I'm glad, like, I don't.
She's horrible.
I'm trying to
She's
find.
really bad.
I feel like trash is too strong, but I'm like, I don't want to.
Not good.
It's like
That
between.
sounds honest,
It's like
though.
between not good and trash bracket. Like between.
But see, that's the part of growing up though. Like,
Understand
even though
really
though
not
she's
good.
got, even though she's
Like-
fine, but you have to like ignore. You have to get past that and go down to the foundation of her.
What's her music?
Yeah, what's her music?
You know?
Is
do
she
you do?
talented or is she just pretty? She's just pretty. She's not.
That's nuance. You learn the nuances of like people, and that's a big
So
one.
proud of you.
It's crazy that we're using IG models and.
I mean, it's a great way to talk about the conversation.
This is
So it's
how
not
we
as
connect
serious.
to our listeners because
You know.
we all know you guys follow some big booty chicks.
Shout out to at Bundle of Brittany. I'm gonna keep saying it throughout the podcast. Follow her
How many times are you gonna say?
at Bundle of
I
Brittany.
think that's holding us back from our transition to
Are you getting?
adulthood, please.
Are you getting
Hey,
paid? Are you
hey,
getting
this
paid?
no. Okay, so
trademark.
okay, no, but this is a good way to transition to adulthood on IG. If you don't want to follow big booty chicks, just follow Serena Williams because she's professional. She plays tennis.
Have you seen her booty? It's like a crazy fitness booty, but it's still like crazy.
I know, so that's why you can like get away with following her because you still
Okay.
get your big booty.
I feel you.
You know, daily. You still
But you're
get your
focusing on sports.
daily. Yeah, but you
That's
still
what you
have the
tell
sports
people.
aspect.
That's what you
It's
can
like
tell your
sometimes
mom.
she'll you know after
Yeah.
the French Open or U.S. Open or whatever, she's just like partying with like all these tennis players. Like, oh yeah, that's cool. Athletes chilling with athletes.
Yeah.
And then the next day she'll be like looking back at it. And it's like her, like, good heavens, she squats.
Yeah. She must
Squats
squat
are key.
650 pounds. Some adult things I did was in preparation. I've been dabbling in photography, so it's nice to have like a hobby, so you
Yeah.
find something to do. Stop
Stay
playing
busy.
video games and stuff. This is gonna sound weird, but I promise you it's true. Like these pants, I consider these a transition to adulthood because I would just buy jeans.
Do you not
and
usually
sweats.
wear pants? Or
I only buy jeans. I only buy jeans and sweats. So these are like my first pair of pants that actually look nice, look like a semi decent shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Are those considered? Are those chinos?
Yeah, they're like other chino style, you know, but they're not like full chinos. I feel like chinos.
So what's a more grown up pant, and what's a
No,
more childish pant?
No. These are legit questions. I mean, you know, we're in college, so like it's a lot. It's really easy to just to just grab you a nice jogging pant and go to class.
Because we're talking about pants in the singular form, so I feel like you should just say pant.
No, you shouldn't.
Why did you say a pair of pants?
That's how you.
That's
should.
how you're not saying a
Wait,
pant.
Why are they always called a pair?
but if
though?
we're-
like,
Because I think each leg is a pant.
So if you want a pant,
Yeah,
you're talking about one leg.
you gotta cut them in half.
So amputees begin pants.
mm,
Multiple pant.
Let's not touch this topic. Back to pants. I think.
So, okay, sweatpants. Sweatpants is childish.
It's like I don't want to demean them. I don't want to demean them because I
bad
don't.
reference.
I'm not.
Sweatpants is
Oh
childish.
shit!
Oh,
Oh,
Bars. Are you
Bars.
eating though?
Wow.
Oh man.
No, I don't want to demonize them totally because you know they're great pants when you just need to kick it. But like sometimes you gotta worry about your appearance. So these nicer pants were first a step in me trying to take care of my appearance.
I'll probably just say wardrobe as a whole. Like you're taking steps from a wardrobe standpoint that like you know you can't wear the same thing everywhere you go. So
Mhm.
like sometimes you gotta be versatile. Sometimes you might need chinos. Sometimes you might be able to wear the joggers. Sometimes you might need a vest. To,
Exactly.
Ooh, bringing it full
If it's
circle.
the right season.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in season.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
why
insane.
spring vests seem really lame.
spring.
Like
Those
wearing a vest
exist?
in the spring. No, just wearing a vest.
What
in the
about the
spring.
vests with the hoods on them?
Those are real iffy. You
The
gotta
thin-
know how to use
the
them.
thin ones or like the puffy.
Just like a normal, I don't know.
Just like a
any
regular
vest with
vest.
like a hood on
It
it.
depends. You gotta know how to do it. It's like you ever seen like those T-shirts with hoods on them? You gotta know how to wear them. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're like the lamest person I know. Like every time, it's either like he's doing it right or like take that back. There's no in between.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you want it, yeah.
I mean, I like whipped out my Sperry's. Like, I feel like that's a transition for me. I'm usually wearing sneaks.
Same.
So, I don't know. I kind of like whipping out the brown colored shoes every once in a while. I don't know.
I like some bow shoes, man.
Yeah.
Do you have both shoes?
No.
You need to get on that.
Oh, but it was like you don't have both shoes.
all my shoes are like skating shoes or sneakers. These shoes I have on are like semi-decent, but I only bought them because I was going to a meeting and I only had sneakers. So
is that an example of how you struggle to transition to adulthood then?
Like,
absolutely.
You just can't let go.
Because you don't have spares.
That's a good example of a transition.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's a great example.
I used to have I mean, you guys don't know, but I used to have a mohawk, and you know, I don't have a mohawk anymore. I have a flat top, which I try to keep up and keep in shape a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And thank you, thank you.
It does
I was the flat top was halfway inspired by John and halfway inspired by my own laziness because I had a mohawk, but I just didn't cut it for like 4 months. And it started to get to like a real critical point of like you gotta choose if you want to do the mohawk or flat top.
Yeah.
So I went flat top. So, you know, those are my adult things. Me trying to, you know.
Yeah, tidy up the hairline and everything looking smooth on the streets. What would you, Pat?
I struggle to transition to adulthood.
That's a great way to start.
Aren't we all?
Don't we?
Honestly, yeah, it's not easy.
My parents were very disappointed when they walked into my apartment and they saw that we don't just have like a trash can, we have like a trash corner.
A garbage area.
See, I like to justify it by saying that our trash can is small, so like not much fits in it, and that the most of the pile is actually just boxes. But that's not entirely true.
It just makes that whole
Because most of
pile
those
look
boxes
bigger.
end up full with other trash. Yeah, we're gross people. Our dishes are just piled in the sink. And it's weird because you walk in and it looks like there's 10 people that live here when there's like 2. I lived with like 4 people last year and our garbage would pile up and our dishes would pile up. But like not nearly as quick as it does here. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's either of us fault or anything. But like we're just not proactive about keeping it clean because we kind of don't care. Because we're not adults yet.
I think honestly, like, being aware of it and like not being like 100% okay is very adult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
guess
like, you're
I guess
looking
I'm
like,
getting
hey,
there.
like,
Making
hey,
moves,
like-
you're making moves towards that.
It's like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're not there, but like, I know this is gonna have to stop.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
step
Yeah.
one.
And absolutely, and you know, a lot of you know male college students. I mean, your room is not like it's not the worst room I've been in. Like your apartment, I've seen some real gross behavior.
Yeah.
So you know, you're fine. Like I didn't walk in here and get uncomfortable. Like I've walked into a lot of friends' apartments and been, you know, you just get the shivers. You're like, ooh, it's real dirty.
There's
in here.
people that like don't know how to like do laundry, like
Yeah.
like period.
Yeah.
You know, which is tough.
Unheard of.
Or don't know how
I
to-
think actually I know a group of people that they had to teach their roommate how to do his laundry junior year of college.
Were they using like just regular detergent, or did they use the pods, or like?
I don't even know, but he like never did it freshman or sophomore year, either himself or like maybe he had someone else do it for him. But they were living in Humphrey and they had to teach him how to do it.
Ew.
That's ridiculous.
I was just reminded of something. So like,
This
you
is
guys
amazing.
know
This is
like.
story time.
This is amazing.
Okay, so you guys all know like the laundry pods you put in the drum, right?
Yeah.
Like remember I said put in the drum, right?
Yeah.
In actual thing. So
Very
last
easy to use.
very.
I
that's
use
a
them
great-
myself.
It's a great point. Very
They're
easy.
wonderful products. Everyone should check them out.
That's
So-
why they exist.
I'm not shouting out a brand, just
So
the whole
Just the
the
idea,
concept.
yeah.
The concept
the
is
product.
fantastic.
Right? It's so
Revolutionary.
in
Just put
theory.
it in.
Truly innovative.
So let me tell you about what I experienced last year with those things. So I'm an RN carpenter, so I'm doing laundry. Like I'm amongst freshmen and sophomores. So like
so
I'm about
sorry.
to do my laundry and stuff, and like you know how they had like the little compartments you kind of pull out or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I had put all my clothes in there and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I had opened the thing to be able to put my detergent in, and I find like a laundry pod like just smushed and like caked down inside of like the compartment, which means someone instead of putting it in the drum, they tried to like mash it inside one of those because they didn't realize like that's not. They didn't realize like that's not what you do. So like they did that. So like I got pissed. So I got to move my clothes to like another washing machine or whatever. So I moved them and stuff like that. I had two sets of laundry. Moved it over and I finally put all of them in there and I opened the compartment again and guess what I find? I find more pods, which means somebody like moved. Somebody moved. It was like 3 or 4 like washing machines that had this mashed in laundry pods in there. I'm like, you didn't realize like when your clothes wasn't coming out all the way, fresh.
Yeah.
And, like maybe like you didn't like you didn't think at one point like maybe I didn't do this right.
Oh, no.
Because like I bet you they kept thinking, well, it's so easy to use. How could I mess this up?
I went on a Snapchat rant, which is crazy for me because I don't use Snapchat like that. But like this was like, no, people have to see. The people have to see this.
Yeah, the
People have to know. You gotta educate the youth.
I think it was like 4.5 minutes. Like in like elapsed time, you added up. It was like 4. I was pissed. Like
It was hilarious.
Now I'm pissed. Now I'm mad. Let's go.
I wish that song was like
On cue.
an internet like thing when that happened, because I probably would have made one of those and like started like doing dancing or whatever.
That was a great.
So like that's like that like.
That's not adult.
I don't know how you. I don't know.
That
how
is
you-
not
I
adult
don't know
at
how
all.
you. I don't know how you messed that up. Like you just put it in there. So this year, like the start of the year, like on all of RA's mailbox, they gave us like these new laundry like strips now. They have these laundry strips, and like they left a note saying like, you know, yeah, we have these new laundry strips that are really, they dissolve and are easy to use in light of some people like, you know, misusing laundry pods. I'm like, we're taking one thing, we have to make it easier because people like have messed. So somehow they gonna mess the strips up too.
You're gonna put on the outside of the thing.
They're probably gonna put it. They're probably gonna put them in like a coin slot or something like that.
They're gonna be stuck in the quarter slot, like trying to pay for those things with the strips.
Oh my god.
Trying to get change with them or something like that. Like
It's like,
I hate
ooh,
that.
now
You guys
keep
accept
tokens.
laundry slips?
I honestly consider trying to write somebody up for putting those pods in there. Like I wish I could do
I
that.
think you should have. You could have.
I'm sure you could have
That's
forced
funny,
misusing
it was in but it
facilities,
was in multiple machines. Though, that's the thing.
If I knew who it was, I probably would have tried to write them up.
Oh my god.
I'm so serious.
You
I'm
should have
so
like
serious.
waited in the laundry room and like
I thought
you should have.
about
Yeah,
Aha!
you could have planned something out.
it. They were already gone though. They were already gone.
Boy.
Because they had already went through the washing
Yeah.
process and like it was disgusting. Like you ever see a mashed up laundry pad? It's like
One of them
I'm-
like
okay.
somehow exploded because I like put it in like the
Ugh.
side pocket of my laundry bag
Mhm.
when I was carrying it down, and it like exploded on the way down. I was like, shit. And
That
that was
sucks.
pretty gross.
Have you ever? So have you touched like one of those
I,
pods that
like,
bursted? It's
I had
so
to
gross.
like it was a struggle to get it out because I didn't want to. So like I had to like get the I got like the plastic part out, and then I just like ended up just putting my laundry bag in the.
That was
in the
actually
laundry
pretty. That's an
with it.
adult solution.
There we
Yeah.
go. Guys.
Problem solving. Critical thinking skills.
I feel like I'm clapping too loud.
Yeah, it was in the
I
right.
troubleshooted
Golf clap.
that incident, and it was wonderful.
Critical
I
thinking
made it
skills.
through.
That's one part of growing up.
Critical thinking skills.
Developing.
I like that
mind.
word too.
Troubleshooting.
Ebb and flow and troubleshooting are like
Yeah.
probably my like words of the week.
Okay.
Words of the week. Okay.
I didn't know I had one. I didn't know I had one until just now. Like I just made that up. So
My favorite word is scrumdiddlyumptious.
Okay.
Is that that's not a real word though?
Why?
It was in Willy Wonka. So it was
Also,
real.
when do
Oh,
you
is it-
use that word ever?
He's gonna start using it all the time. Every time he eats a dumpling now.
God damn it.
it's crazy because like scrumdiddlyumptious probably isn't like the best word in that movie. Like
Really?
I think gobstopper is actually
that word
kinda-
does go in a little bit.
like gobstopper.
I don't even.
I
don't-
use that in
But scrumdiddlyumptious though.
in a
like-
reference the other day, which is
Willy Wonka is a really weird movie, honestly.
But it's all part of growing up though. You have to watch that. I feel like every child has to watch it before hitting that adult stage.
Okay, only if they watch the old one and not the Johnny
Yeah.
Depp one.
The old, I'm talking about the old one with like the
Well, it's
weird
different,
tunnel
yeah.
scene.
Gene
oh
Wilder
my
being
God.
crazy and like
that tunnel scene.
That tunnel scene. I wasn't allowed to watch that part when I was like my
I
parents-
got scared.
like,
For good
like,
reason.
like
It
I
seems
remember,
demonic.
Yeah.
back in the day when Blockbuster was a thing, you know, you get Willy Wonka, you get pumped up to watch this new movie, and then
Oh, another
hey,
transition to adulthood. We don't use Blockbuster anymore.
we don't
Like
Blockbuster
our
and
transition from being children and doing that to
Yeah.
using Netflix.
shit. Illegally torrenting movies.
That's not all of us.
Ooh, don't look up my IP.
We are not criminals.
One of us is.
Eric is a criminal.
Dang,
Um,
just call him out some more.
See what had happened was. What were you saying? What were you saying, John?
Oh yeah, I was talking about I wasn't allowed to watch the tunnel scene in Willy Wonka when I was a kid.
Neither was
Because
I.
It was like, yeah, my parents would just like fast forward to that thing. Skip right to the part where the mom was singing, that really boring part where the mom was doing laundry and she was like
Yeah.
singing for like 10 minutes. Like,
He just-
come on.
He just starts yelling. Like he just starts. Like, when you think about it, like he just starts yelling
I
at
feel like
the
it'd be
children
funny.
in the room.
I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be funny if we found out like that part was like
There's a rumor that says that was like not scripted.
It wasn't scripted.
There's a rumor. And
they just kept it. Like
no, and I'm sorry, not that it wasn't scripted, but they didn't tell the people. Like only Gene Wilder knew he was gonna do that. They didn't tell anybody else.
No. That's no chill as a director.
Yeah, like.
Oh, speaking of like unscripted things, I was listening to I guess Donald Glover interview with Conan O'Brien about his new movie.
That, yeah.
And I guess the director of that movie. Oh shoot.
Did he break
Ridley
his foot
Scott.
or something like that?
Huh?
Did he break his foot or something like that?
I don't know if he broke his foot, but Ridley Scott is like known for like not doing many takes when he does like films. So like instead of doing like 20 or 30 takes like a lot of people do, he does like 4, and then he's just like, oh whatever, that's good, and he'll just like move on. And I guess there was one part where Donald Glover was like at a desk typing something and had to like get up and do something and then go back to his desk. And I guess on the way back to the desk, he straight up just like flew out of nowhere and like fell.
Oh, he fell. That's what it was. I remember. Yeah, he fell.
That was not on purpose. Like that was not part of the movie. But he did that. He did that. He like kept on with the scene and thought like, oh whatever, we'll just redo it. And then Ridley Scott was like, oh well, that's good. We'll just keep that there. And like what?
That's such a Donald Glover thing to do, though. Trip in the middle of a scene.
I think, like, whatever Ridley Scott's doing, like, that's a great way to make sure you're either, like, a terrible director or an amazing director.
That's why all his movies are garbage, except for...
I don't know any movie he's done except... did he do Prometheus? Or am I making that up?
You know, he did Prometheus, too.
That movie was...
That's a really polarizing movie. Some people, like, hate that movie.
What else did he make?
We have the internet.
Did he do, what's it called? Did you do Gladiator?
Guys, we have the internet.
We
are adults because we have the internet.
He did Gladiator.
My phone's frozen.
I think so. Gladiator, Robin Hood, the real life one. That was kind of interesting.
Wow. I'm not good with my directors and like knowing who's who.
Shouts to.
Hey, that's all part of growing up though.
he gotta
like,
stop that.
No, I'm saying though, like I feel like now at this like critical like transition stage that I'm in my life. When I go see movies, I don't just go for like the fun of it. Like I see like who's involved in this film.
The project,
There's a lot more thought involved in it.
Yeah, like the director, like, oh sweet, so this is a Nolan film. That means that I probably should watch it.
Like you have an idea what you're
here for.
Yeah.
Like
I got you.
What's the name of the dude who did is it Grand Budapest Hotel? Is that what I'm thinking of? I forgot what director
that is a movie. Yes.
Yeah.
What's the name of the director? He's known for shots with particularly like flat shots with someone moving through them in like vibrant colors. It's man, when I find it, it's gonna kill me.
I was gonna say Wes Anderson.
It is Wes Anderson. It's Wes Anderson. Is it Wes Anderson?
Wes Anderson didn't do.
Yeah, it is Wes Anderson.
It is Wes Anderson.
Listen, I may not know much.
He told me he was gonna do that. I was like, if John kicks you off, that's fine. Like, he had a thing at our apartment a few weeks ago, and he was playing a game, and he was trying to come back. And one of his motivational like speeches,
Madden,
and he said, "I may not know much."
In there,
and that was it. That
wouldn't explain. He wouldn't explain what he didn't know.
Like, cause that's a building statement. He was like, "I may not know much."
Hey, that's his transition to being adulthood. He's aware that he doesn't know much.
He's not aware
and that's apparently all he's aware of.
Do you not know how phrases work anymore?
Listen, I may not know much.
But you did come back though in that game.
I did come back.
That's because Jabari sucks at math.
That comeback was kind of epic. Like I was down by like 20 points.
But see, you were playing the game at like 3 a.m., so no one was really like that into it.
You gotta also.
That means I was also playing at 3 a.m. It wasn't like I was on like a different like game speed. Like I was also.
But not everyone. We were all on our phones to be real.
Yeah. Cause you
that was cause I think one of y'all looked up was just like, is it 17-0 right now? And it was like, Malik, what are you doing? I think that's when the famous line came.
Yeah, you're like, I may not know much.
Hey,
continues to play.
UNG had the actually no what it was everyone. Everyone had. I think it was funny because like Justin was in the room and he didn't say anything, but he was kind of like, and he just paused. Like he didn't say. He's wondering like, you're not gonna finish it. I knew I was gonna do that the entire time too, which is like
He was just waiting for a segue.
I have been waiting for like a week and a half to use that line, and like it was perfect right then. It was like it got the
that's
desired
another
reaction.
transition to adulthood.
Waiting.
Planning.
Yeah, planning and having mottos.
Touching on something John said earlier, you know, when you were talking about movies and directors, I started thinking about how I didn't really start paying attention to like the producers of music until like about 2 years ago, and how important it is. Because I always say, like, truth be told, Drake isn't anything without 40. I don't think Drake's music success is, in my opinion, like the majority is attributed to 40. Like the sound he created for him is amazing.
I mean, you could also argue that like 40's success.
Oh yeah, without the bars, it's just the beat.
That's crazy instrumental.
It's like
I don't know, man.
Who would have been able to mesh with it as much as
Well, they both
Drake.
needed each other. Though.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's what I'm getting at, you know.
So
It's a
it's
great
a
They
partnership.
both
relationship.
would be
It's a
not
good
nowhere,
partnership.
but they would both be
less.
less.
And
Don't look out
neither
each other.
room wouldn't be where they are if it weren't for Quentin Miller. So
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Oh,
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Too soon.
that
Too soon.
that is too soon.
Fun fact though Quentin Miller was credited on all those tracks on If You're Reading This Is Too Late, the song that started the beef was Rico, and Quentin Miller is not credited on that track. And he has no, he's not. He's not credited on the physicals on that track. I don't think he's credited on the
That's why
digital
Meek
either.
was so pissed though, because he said that he wrote it.
Right, but like the thing is, people were like, "Oh, well, he's credited, so it's fine." But like, he was not credited on Rico. So like, Meek was telling the truth, but like, he went about
I
it.
don't know he was telling the truth, but like, we don't care because
That's not where hip hop.
He got
That's just
bodied.
not where hip hop is anymore, though. Like, authenticity is not super important unless you're like a Kendrick Lamar, you know.
You know, Kendrick Lamar was like the biggest fraud we've ever seen. Like
The biggest fraud ever. I guess I would try to figure out who's writing for him first before I even dealt with the whole Kendrick things. Like, who's ever.
I would try to figure out who else
Like,
who I should be a fan of instead of him. Then
that's
right?
not even his. Like it's on some like Milli Vanilli type stuff.
Oh, like he stole the story?
It's not even his voice. It's not his voice, not his story. He's just the person. Like he.
Oh my god.
What if he grew up like Tyga? Like he grew up in like the valley and like a rich lifestyle.
Man.
Ew. Wait.
we've
That's
already.
true.
talked
Oh,
about
are we gonna
Tyga.
talk about them again?
We talked about
Because I think
Tyga.
I saw
Episode
something about
one.
him
I
earlier.
don't have
today.
anything to say.
Episode 1, we already talked about.
Yeah,
him.
we've had enough.
The creep. I mean, y'all broke down the song.
Yes.
Yeah, we
That
broke
song
down.
was-
Oh, we broke it
We
down.
whipped out the lyrics.
We broke it down. But
Rap
does he have
genius.
legs though?
Rap genius.
You do have legs.
Yeah, you mentioned legs. I remember that.
Yeah.
I think
Legs are key.
that's definitely the
Legs are
podcast.
key.
I
But see,
listen.
that's a key part about growing up though. Like when
Legs.
you're looking at somebody, like more than just like the usual areas matter. to you. Like
Oh, you-
sometimes she gotta
okay.
have legs too.
Thighs are like super underrated.
This is a part of legs.
I know it is. It is. No, it is. In all seriousness, thighs are very underrated.
Wait.
I don't think
They don't
anyone's
know the
ever
story,
said
though.
legs are overrated.
Are we doing over unders?
I don't know.
I mean, we're 50 minutes in.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
This is we can keep
Oh
that for
yeah, we
another.
gotta come up with your nickname and then we gotta cut this thing.
I don't know.
Look. I know you hate this, but you know I'm finna say it.
Okay, no.
His last name is Riddle. And I was, that classic Batman villain with the green question mark.
honestly the worst.
The Riddler.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Doesn't that sound like a radio DJ's name too? The Riddler.
No.
Can we not start that
DJ
again,
Riddler.
please?
Who that Magic Mike and the Riddler? I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
I'm embarrassed for you.
That's why.
I don't think.
How about this?
I don't think Riddler's gonna work.
Red.
How'd you get 2 scoops?
Oh,
That's a good question.
I think you said it, but I forgot.
yeah. Long story short, I was talking with my boy Jarrell Jones, and I forgot what we were talking about, but then I was like, "Yo, so and so or something is like that's like 2 scoops, like that's like really good."
That's
And
fine.
he's like,
That's
2
fine.
scoops. He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You should change it to your Twitter name." I was like, "How about just change it as my actual name?" And then that's how that came about.
It's funny because like I'm
Did
in
you
the.
change
I'm in,
it?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean on
Like
Twitter
your
I'm
actual-
2 scoops.
No, is
but-
your actual name 2 scoops?
No, but
Yes,
that's just like my
legally.
alter ego.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny because
Okay.
I can't find anything because I'm also in the process of like I make music, by the way. like I make beats, whatever, and I'm trying to find like a name that really sticks.
Yeah.
As like a, like as
Do you
like
want to make a
producer
theme
type.
song?
But
Do you
yeah,
wanna-
we need to work on a theme
Yeah,
song.
you wanna
for this
make a theme
thing.
song
Like, can you
for a
produce some beats and then I
podcast,
can
or,
rap on it?
Also, while we're asking stuff of you, do you want to just air out your like your like possible contenders for nicknames?
Oh,
or
I
we can
got
just
one
vote?
for you. I got one for you. Riddle M.
Why?
Yeah, you gotta. You can't just throw it out there. You gotta explain.
Riddle M.
Cause
Like
I mean-
Malik,
Right?
my first name is Malik.
I mean,
yeah,
we see
it's
get it.
why.
It's like
but,
riddle 'em.
like,
You know, it could be like
why?
riddle 'em.
Okay, like
Okay,
riddle
yeah,
EM.
okay, yeah. This could probably be the last thing. Like
okay.
my currently my SoundCloud, and honestly my Twitter and Instagram, all is like a variation of my middle name, which is NMD, but like I have it NNMDI, so like N as in nematode, M as in master, and D as in
D's nuts.
I was gonna say Derek.
and I as in intervention.
Why? You could have said innovative. Come
You
on.
could have
now.
said
And
I
I-
as in fucking I. That's not a word that needs like clarification.
And then underscore as in underscore.
Oh,
That took like 30 minutes. to
Yeah.
explain.
Okay. Wait. Can you just hurry up and say like your potential names that you were thinking of, and then we can let's vote on them real
Well,
quick.
I don't know.
How
It's
about
like,
Hatman?
That's terrible.
Stop it.
that's bad.
That sounds like.
But yeah, so like that's what it is right now. And like I've been like bouncing a couple off. Like I was thinking about doing my initials like MNR, and I was thinking about doing like I can't find one. I can't find one that sticks. They all like been like, nah, I can't do it. So I'm not sure.
Riddles.
Okay, my last name can't be part of it. My last name is too unserious. I made that up. It's too unserious. For like
Too
I can't.
silly. Too silly.
It's a joke.
It's not grown up
my
enough.
last name is literally a joke.
it's not adult enough.
Yeah, that's true.
My last name is a joke.
You sound
Literally.
like you're having a
Literally.
crisis.
Literally, like it's like I can't use it.
Identity crisis here.
Yeah, so
Are you?
so that's my tentative like SoundCloud. Check it out by the way, NNMDI. I got something coming.
Yeah,
pretty-
listen.
I got
I
something
listened to a
coming
few
pretty
beats.
soon. Thank you.
I was impressed.
Thank you, John.
Can we just?
You follow me
can
on
we call it
SoundCloud too,
10?
John the Bomb 3000.
I got you.
That's
I follow
amazing.
you.
That's
I got-
amazing.
I don't got
You
beats.
see what I'm saying? Like some
That's
people just have a
amazing.
knack for
I
getting
don't,
good names.
I don't have beats though.
one.
I just have like some pretty sick playlists.
Yeah, that's good though. That takes a skill.
That's part of SoundCloud
You know?
too.
Yeah.
But some people have a knack for having good names. Like I like Patrick Swayze and Casual Dad. I like John Your Boy.
Like
Yeah.
E.
John underscore your boy. Follow me on IG if you want.
I like that. You know
I've
what I
always
mean?
been called E, so I just stuck with that and just forced it. My name's
You
E.
forced it.
But for some reason, it like oddly works. I don't know what, but it
I
does.
used
It
it
does
for 3
work.
years.
It's because you have confidence behind it. You feel me?
My
You
name's
need
E.
to find the name where you have confidence
Yeah,
behind.
feel it. But I did change it on a whim, and I just started feeling it like a year ago.
This is tricky.
We'll get it. By the next.
Tuning in next time.
Yeah.
You know, we'll leave that's a to be continued right there.
Yeah, your name. All right.
Or my name is to be continued. I don't know.
Hey.
Change my name. That I
okay.
may not know much.
Nah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it. So, yep. I think we're done here. All right. Fuck it.
Got me and myself.